Back to you now at 9:40. When it comes to your children's education, there are so many avenues it can be difficult to even know where to start. But a local organization is helping parents navigate the world of choices. And joining me live in studio this morning is the president of the Oklahoma Public Charter School Association, Chris Brewster, and then also Alex Wentz with Choice Matters. So good to see y'all this morning. Welcome to studio. Hey, Alex, how are you? Thank you for being here. And I loved this line from Choice Matters. When it comes to selecting a school, parents have a voice in the choice. Why is that important to emphasize and understand?
Yeah, well, I think as a parent, you always want to be able to find the best education possible for your child. And sometimes that's going to be the local public school, sometimes it'll be a charter school, sometimes it'll be a private school, but what we believe is in options. And so for a lot of parents, charter schools, which are free, which are part of the public school system, are really the only option if for whatever reason you don't want to send your child to the local public school. So charter schools are immensely important part of the educational system and have really changed a lot of lives.
And Chris, go into what a charter school is, how that works for a child and their family.
Well, a charter school is a public school, so it's tuition free. We allow admission through a lottery process, so there's no sort of prerequisite to attend a charter school. And so the dynamic is a parent and a student want to attend, and the charter school wants to serve, so it sets it up for some success from the beginning. In 1999, Oklahoma passed a law that allowed charter schools to form, and since then we've seen a proliferation of schools that meet local needs. The vast majority of our schools are generated by a need in the community and pushed by parents and others who have a real concern for their community.
How many charter schools do we have in Oklahoma?
Oh, I want to say there's about 46 now, somewhere in that range.
Okay. And I'm not a parent yet, but I can only imagine the choices are kind of dizzying. You know, where you even begin, what your child needs, what works for your family dynamic, what you believe in. How many different avenues are there to take? For all sorts, or is it hundreds? You know, what is that process like for families?
Well, it is something that as soon as you have your child, you begin to think deeply about it. There's, of course, homeschool options. So there's blended models. There are online options. There are traditional public school options. There are private school options. There are charter school options. And it does become kind of dizzying, but you begin to really think about what will help my child to flourish. What are the conditions that I would like to have my kid in? And oftentimes those things become clear in proximity to you about what you would like to have your kids participate in, and charter schools are a piece of that.
How do people get involved with Choice Matters?
Sure. Well, start by going to our website, edchoicematters.org. But what we try to do is meet with parents, sometimes one-on-one even, and talk about various options that exist to them. You know, the great thing about charter schools is some of them specialize in certain things like STEM education, foreign language immersion, and so most parents just aren't aware that these options exist for their kids. They think, you know, that I'm going to the local public school, and if I don't like it, I don't like it. But the fact of the matter is there are options. There are charter schools working in all 77 counties. There's over 36,000 kids who attend charters. And so yeah, start by going to our website and learning about the different options and get in contact with us if you'd like.
And then once a family does get into contact with you, you get hooked up with that family. How does it work from there? How do you cater to this family specifically for their children's needs?
Yeah, so a lot of it is just understanding what's important to them. So, you know, sometimes you meet families who having a faith-based component in their education is really important, and there are scholarship opportunities that can help those families get their kids into maybe a private school that has a faith-based component. There are families with kids with special needs, and so the Lindsay Nicole Henry Scholarship Program has been enormously successful at connecting those types of children with schools that can cater to those special needs. And then, of course, there are charters, both brick and mortar charters and online virtual charters. And so step one is just understanding what is it that you want from your education, what is it that you need, and then when you go from there, there are really just a host of options that unfortunately most people really don't know exist.
Yeah, fantastic. And then, Chris, when do you say is the right time to start thinking about this? Is it when you're expecting, or, you know, at what point is is the right time?
Well, I think we actually should start thinking about this whether we have kids or not. The well-being of kids in Oklahoma, in particular Oklahoma City, should be everybody's concern. So I love the dialogue that goes on among people who are sort of wrestling with options and high-quality schooling for all kids. There are 107,000 school-age kids in the metro area, and every one of them deserves a great seat, no matter what. So I think all of us should engage in that, but parents especially should have these sort of debates early on. Many times it means where you end up buying a home or living because we've determined that particular schools meet the needs of our families. Charter schools often allow families to remain in a particular neighborhood where they want to be, but have a different type of option. Santa Fe South, on the south side, we serve over 3,500 kids right now in 9 locations. So we started with 129th graders. We have almost 1,700 on our waiting list now. So there's a tremendous desire for families to have another choice, and we like to give those options wherever we can.
Okay, just a few seconds left here, but I did want to mention there's a party next week, next Thursday.
Yeah. So as Chris was saying, everyone at a charter school has chosen to be there, and so as a result you have this really passionate base of students and families. And what we were hearing at Choice Matters is, hey, we've had charter schools for 20 years now in Oklahoma. We want to get together and celebrate that. So this Thursday, October 17th at 10 a.m. at the Myriad Gardens, we're going to be there. It's a party. There will be cake. Former Governor Frank Keating, who signed the law that brought charters to Oklahoma, will be there and speaking. The mayor, David Holt, will be there. We're going to hear from a lot of people and have fun. So again,
awesome.
edchoicematters.org if you're looking for more information. We hope to see people there this Thursday.
If you say there's cake, we'll be there.
Yeah, right,
Chris
exactly.
and Alex, thank you so much.
You.
Important to emphasize it's not a one-size-fits-all matter when it comes to education.
Exactly.
Thank you. Okay, Jonathan, back over to you.
Well, what a cold